What's up, guys? Xavier back again with another video. And this rant is brought to you by naturally flavored lemon lime sparkling water beverage. Last time I had black cherry, now I got lemon lime. And of course I got this from work. This is exactly where I work at. And I had to put this hat on because you know we're 1 hour away from Christmas. Unless you live in a different time zone from me. It's time to do a recap of this past weekend's games for the Rockets and the Texans against the 2018 NFL champions, the Philadelphia Eagles, and the San Antonio Spurs. So let's get to the results on how well the Rockets did. In the first quarter, the Rockets scored 28 points and the San Antonio Spurs scored 26. Second quarter, Rockets came up short with 13 points while the Spurs scored 17. Third quarter, Rockets scored 43 points and the Spurs scored 26. Fourth quarter, Rockets came up short again, scoring 24 points while the Spurs scored 32. And the final score, Houston Rockets 108, San Antonio Spurs 101. James Harden was kicking ass and taking names with 39 points, 4 rebounds, and 10 assists. Clint Capella scored 21 points, had 23 rebounds and 2 assists. PJ Tucker scored 6 points, had 16 rebounds and 3 assists. Eric Gordon scored 18 points, had 2 rebounds and 6 assists. Sadly, CP3 Chris Paul wasn't able to play because he's currently injured, and it's unknown when is he going to return. But I'm glad that the Rockets won their game this past Saturday against the Spurs. They have a game tomorrow on Christmas Day in a rematch against the Oklahoma City Thunder. Then this Thursday, they're still going to be playing at the Toyota Center against the Boston Celtics. Tomorrow's game is, of course, at the Toyota Center here in Houston. Then on Saturday, they're going to be hitting the road in New Orleans, taking on the New Orleans Pelicans. New Year's Eve, they're back in Houston at the Toyota Center in a rematch against the Memphis Grizzlies. January 3rd, or should I say next Thursday, they're going to hit the road and take on the 2018 NBA champions, the Golden State Warriors. Saturday, January 5th, or should I say next Saturday, they're going to go up against the Trailblazers again. Monday, January 7th, they're going to be back home in Houston at the Toyota Center against the Denver Nuggets. Then they're still going to be playing at the Toyota Center on January 9th against the Milwaukee Bucks. January 11th, they're still going to be playing at the Toyota Center against the LeBron-less Cavaliers. Then they're going to be going up against the Orlando Magic on January 13th. January 14th, they have another rematch at the Toyota Center against the Memphis Grizzlies. January 16th, they're going to be going up against the Brooklyn Nets. Then is another rematch between the Rockets and the Lakers on the 19th. Martin Luther King Day, they'll be going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. January 23rd, they're going to be going up against the New York Knicks. January 25th, they're back home in Houston against the Toronto Raptors. Then they have a rematch against the Magic at the Toyota Center on the 27th. Then they have another rematch against the Pelicans on January 29th here in Houston. So now we got the Rockets game out the way, let's go to yesterday's game between the Houston Texans and the Philadelphia Eagles. In the first quarter, the Texans scored no touchdowns while the Eagles scored 7. But in the second quarter, the Texans scored 16 points and the Eagles scored 6. Third quarter, Texans came up short again, scoring no touchdowns while the Eagles scored 10. Fourth quarter, Texans scored 14 touchdowns and the Eagles scored 9. Final score, Philadelphia Eagles 32, Houston Texans 30. I knew this was not going to be an easy win for the Texans. I figured that they was going to lose yesterday against the 2018 NFL champions. Deshaun Watson, when he was making the first or second touchdown for the Texans, he was thinking, should I pass it to one of my teammates or should I just run to the field and make a touchdown? So he was like, you know what, fuck it. I might as well just run and make that touchdown. And that's exactly what he did. That was a good play by Deshaun Watson. And Deshaun Watson scored a perfect pass. I forgot who he made that pass to. But Deshaun Watson made that good pass in the third quarter. And the Texans were tied 29-29. Then they kick a field goal and the Texans were winning 30-29. Until the Eagles made that field goal in the fourth quarter. It was a tough loss for the Texans, but at least they played a good game. And thank God they're still going to the playoffs. They now have 10 wins and 5 losses. They have one more game left before the end of the year. And they're back home at the NRG Stadium here in Houston in their rematch against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hopefully they'll go 11-5 this upcoming Sunday. Now before I close out this rant, I got a couple of rants that I'm trying to do before the end of this year. But if I can't get them done by the end of this year, then I'll get them done by January, along with the rants that I got coming in January. Of course, I will be on here tomorrow for my first ever Christmas rant. Then on Wednesday, I'm going to be back doing another rant about my thoughts on tomorrow's game between the Rockets and the Thunder. I'm still trying to do a rant on Alexa Bliss and LeBron returning to Cleveland as a Laker. Then I got another rant on Friday about my thoughts of Thursday's game between the Rockets and the Celtics. And of course on Saturday, I'm going to do a rant about Stone Cold Steve Austin returning as the new sheriff in town on the December 29th, 2003 episode of Monday Night Raw in honor of its 15th anniversary. And of course, I'm doing a rant about Sonic Heroes in honor of its 15th anniversary, as well as celebrating Tyrese's 40th birthday on Sunday. And of course, on New Year's Eve, I'm doing another rant, closing out my last rant of 2018, closing out the year of 2018, and my thoughts about this Sunday's game between the Texans and the Jaguars. So I'm trying to do all those rants before 2018 comes to an end, as well as my top 5 of my favorite wrestlers that were heels. I forgot about that. So hopefully I can get these rants done before the end of this year. If not, they're all going to come next year, along with the rants that I got coming in January. So that's pretty much wraps up my rant about my thoughts of this weekend's game for the Rockets and the Texans against the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Antonio Spurs. So let me know what you guys think about the Texans and their tough loss against the Philadelphia Eagles, and about the Rockets winning their game this past Saturday against the Spurs. Like this video, subscribe to my channel for more videos, click on the notification bell for any video that I upload, and I will catch you tomorrow for my first ever Christmas rant. Don't follow your dreams, chase them. Peace. Merry Christmas. Go Houston Rockets and go Houston Texans.